Waco. I am your host, Debbie, here to help you get in the know about Waco. This week, I'm going to be talking about some exciting upcoming events happening here in Waco, Texas. And today, I have a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Jake Patterson. I'm with Yaki.
Yeah, and what brought you to Waco, or are you a Waco native?
So I came to Waco in 2008. I grew up in Austin and went to Baylor in 2008.
Whoop, whoop.
Was there until 2012. And after 2012, moved around Texas, moved up to the Northwest to Portland, Oregon.
Ooh,
and
Portland.
Whoop, whoop. And then moved back to Waco in March of 2020 with my wife, Lindsay.
Yeah, and how did Yaki get started?
Yeah, Yaki is kind of the idea that we brought back with us to Waco from Portland. I was working out there and got interested in food and put myself through the test of working in a professional kitchen for several months, and then tested out the idea. Spent the last year in a food truck with 3 guys working out all of our recipes. And now we're excited to open up our new brick and mortar. Yeah,
so why a food truck?
Food trucks are probably the easiest way to test out your food and see if people want that. And so, that's what we've been doing. It seems like people want that. And so we are taking the next step of moving on to a more permanent location over on Valley Mills.
Whoop, whoop. So how long have you guys been in the food truck now?
So it's been a little over a year. We started in September of last year, so about a year and a month.
Wow, that's super exciting. And now you have your brick and mortar. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we leased a Sonic drive-in, a 96 Sonic. It's like a used car.
It's actually older than me, so.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, not older than me, but so we are right across Valley Mills from the old football stadium, old Floyd Casey, right next door to Catfish King in Beverly Hills, Texas. So, fun.
You can't miss it.
Can't miss it. No, we're a brightly colored old Sonic that looks less and less like an old Sonic every day. So
you guys completely renovated. So what was your inspiration behind the design of the building?
Yeah, so that credit goes to Mick Burson. He's a local artist and a friend of mine who currently lives all over. He's kind of traveling throughout the country and picking up artwork wherever he is. And we were lucky enough to have him grace Valley Mills with his presence for several weeks during the heat of the summer for him to kind of paint his vision on the building. And we really just worked together to what that looks like now. So.
Yeah. And I loved following along with your journey. I know that you and your wife also had to get in there and get some paint.
Yeah. So we had a big paint by numbers day. That was like the first day that we were painting the building. We had a bunch of friends and family and people from the city that wanted to help that just came out, and we spent the day together just putting up the first coat of paint. And that was a really fun part of the process for sure.
That's so cool. And so tell me about how it's going to function.
Yeah, so we see the Sonic as kind of providing 3 different ways to get your Yaki. So the first is more of the traditional way of just parking, getting out of your car, walking up, talking to a human being, placing your order, and then sitting outside. We have a little area in between the awnings for people to kind of gather with their friends, with their families, with their dogs, and eat outside on Valley Mills, listen to some music, get a quick lunch for cheap, and then get back in the car and go. And that's the first way to get Yaki. Second way, we replaced the menu boards on each parking space with QR codes. We thought that was the future, apparently. But yeah, just in an effort to really make it super easy for someone, a busy mom, whatever, to come in and stay in the car and be able to order from her phone in her car without having to get the kids out or anything like that. So that's the second way. The last way is just pre-order. So ordering on your phone wherever you are in Waco, and then being able to come and get your food within about 15, 20 minutes. So
that sounds amazing. I need all the ways to get my Yaki.
All 3 ways. You got to get them all. Got to catch them all.
Got to catch them all. So why Yaki?
Why the name, or why the business, or?
All of the above.
All the above. So Yaki means cooked over fire in Japanese. It's obviously part of the word teriyaki. It's part of many different Japanese
Texas
words. So we make Texas teriyaki.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm from Austin. I'm from Central Texas, and this is where I obviously love all the food that comes from here. And oak smoke is definitely like one of the defining flavors of this region. And so we just took oak smoke and kind of applied it to traditional teriyaki techniques. And that's the gist of what Texas teriyaki is. But why Yaki? Yaki was the only kind of food contribution that I felt like we could make for now and during COVID and when we started. And, I think we accidentally kind of made a COVID-proof business in a lot of ways by getting started this year. And we're able to respond to a lot of the ways that things were changing over the last year and a half with our business in lifetime. So really proud of the fact that we chose Yaki. So
with COVID permitting, what is something you guys would like to see in the future, or something you guys would like to do in the future?
Man, more Yaki. Obviously, we have to sell a lot of Yaki. That's what we are eating, Yaki every day for sure. But I think we've got to sell a lot of Yaki first and foremost. We have bills to pay now, and so that's terrifying and exciting. But a lot of the foundation that we built Yaki on is really the foundation of like a teriyaki kitchen. So we believe in zero waste, making sure that everything that we buy is either going into our final product or going somewhere else to kind of be composted or kind of stretched even a little bit more. And so because of that, we'd like to give away Yaki. That's a big goal that we have to kind of give food to the food insecure in Waco, people that need food. We've got a lot of ways that we can kind of generate that food through just the making of Yaki as it is, and have some products that we can give away that we're working on. So that's a big goal of ours. We're going to keep our food truck here at One Day downtown Waco at 7th and Columbus. We have built a following there. We'd really love that we're a downtown lunch spot.
Right across the street from us. So we
are right across the street. We're going there after, I guess. But yeah, we really want to, honor the fact that we built that business this year. And as we're starting this new location, it's our intention to keep that business, keep that kind of customer base in downtown. We don't want to let that go. So.
Yeah. And this kind of goes into, what is your base mission with Yaki?
Still a work in progress, I think.
Always developing.
Yeah. We just kind of started going in September of last year. And so I think moving
Hit the ground running, right?
Yeah. Or just surviving.
Surviving and thriving.
Living to see another day. Yeah. We were really just, I think when we started, it's just been, it's like whenever we started, our main goal has just been surviving, and not dying this year.
Yeah. I assume that's a lot of people's, just idea, especially in a global pandemic.
Just hold your breath and hold out. And, now, every day it kind of feels like there's, a little bit less standing in our way, hopefully. And, I would love to start to focus on how can we really invest in like a younger customer base. So we have obviously started, I'm 31. So a lot of the people that started eating Yaki early on were our friends and were our family. So we're kind of the north of the college age, which
not by far.
Not by far. And we liked that. We wanted that. We're obviously behind a cocktail bar.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we learned this year was that kids really like our food. And so that's really shaped all of our decision making.
You got to be hip with the kids.
Well, kids ranging
love
from
the
like
animes.
Kids ranging from like 5 to 25.
Yeah, and you guys
I guess what I call a kid.
Kids boxes too, right?
We do, yeah. So we sell kids meals, and we just started to identify the fact that like most of the really successful food businesses that we looked up to in town were ones like Slow Rise, like Common Grounds.
Love those guys, yeah.
Yeah, just businesses that allow for you to come and just dump your kids and dump your dog and hang out. And we definitely want to give that option, but also have a ready, like very, very quick food option in town for relatively inexpensive and relatively healthy. Our whole menu is gluten-free and dairy-free.
Oh, wow.
that's something that we haven't really promoted just because we're in Waco. And sometimes that's a reason to not try something for some people. So we'd rather just surprise the ones that actually are gluten-free or dairy-free that want that. And that's been really fun too.
I know. I was shopping for hair dye the other day. This might be off topic,
but
it said cruelty-free, animal-free, dairy-free, gluten-free. And I was like, I mean, I would hope so.
All free.
So yeah, that's amazing. And that's an amazing mission to have behind your business. And even not promoting that, it just shows you how much you care about that and how much that aspect means to you guys.
Yeah, we really care about cooking. I think like that's really kind of one of the core things that we are doing, right? We're cooking every day. And so
that's a great motto, cooking every day.
Yeah, cook Yaki every day, smoke meat every day.
There you go.
And so we've really started to look at it and think like, well, could we, how young can we hire?
Yeah.
Right.
16.
Like, can we hire high school kids? Like the answer is yes, we can. And if we end up hiring people that have an interest in the kitchen, teriyaki happens to be like really a foundational Japanese kitchen as well. And so that kind of in Waco looks like hiring young people and training them how to cook. And I think I've obviously like experienced the fact that cooking can really transform your life in a lot of ways. And I've seen it save a lot of people that like didn't have anything to do and maybe needed a push, and food will bring that out and cooking will bring that out. And so, you know, we are going to be closed Mondays. It's like, could we use Monday to do cooking lessons with kids? Could we use Mondays as like a way to, you know, let a young entrepreneur come in and use our building and start something and something else in Waco? We're all for ways to make that happen, and we'll help however we can.
Yeah. And before we were recording, you talked a lot about like building community and bolstering people that are involved in cooking or want to be involved in cooking, young entrepreneurs. What are some ways that you guys think you can do that?
So, yeah, I think first off, being open-handed with what it means to own a business, what it means to start a business. Obviously goes without saying, I've learned a lot this year. And, you know, I think that's really valuable experience that you can pass on. I'm the beneficiary of a lot of other guys who worked really hard, guys and girls that worked really hard, who loved me and wanted me to do well and passed on all that experience to me. And so that's really shaped my ability in whatever way to start a business and kind of helped inform that. And so I think the first and foremost is just being open-handed and with our experience and sharing that with people that are interested, which we're happy to do. But yeah, I mean, there's a ton of opportunity in Waco. I just have to acknowledge that. I think that I've lived in other cool cities. I grew up in Austin and lived in Portland, and
then you ended up in Waco.
Yeah, and now in Waco, but that's not an accident.
Exactly.
We came here because we thought that we had the best opportunity to start our business here, and it seems that we could be right. And I just see a ton of upside in Waco. My wife Lindsay and I wanted to move somewhere that we could buy a house, start a family, start a business. And that was possible here in a way that it wasn't in Portland or Austin or really many of the cool cities in the country.
But we're going to be way cool.
We are way cool. Yeah.
There you go.
It's a lot more affordable to do what you're doing in here.
I actually tell a lot of entrepreneurs and creatives that come in here, I feel like I repeat this on the show almost every episode, but your story resonates with so many other people.
Yeah, sure.
So many people come here either for Baylor or just growing up here and then leave and go to this amazing place and then bring the culture back.
Yeah.
So it's really, we're a huge melting pot, and all these people have so many life experiences. It's able to bring that diversity here. And especially with you guys, I feel like it was something that was missing. I don't think we had another Yaki restaurant or another kitchen that really, drew on those community experiences.
Sure. Yeah. I think, I'm going to see all the reference points that we used for Yaki before you will.
Yeah.
But I mean, the truth is that they were a lot of Waco businesses. This is where I went to college. This is where I lived for 6 years, and now it's been almost 2. And so 2 more. And, the our Yaki box is a gut pack in layman's terms, like in Waco terms. They're the 100-year-old business in town that's been packing meals in a box for a long time. And so I've been eating those for a long time and grew up eating
As a
those.
college student.
Yeah. And like both my parents went to Baylor. So
Yeah.
just my whole life I've been,
Okay.
in Waco.
A lineage.
Yeah. And I think I can't help but be inspired by the other successful food businesses in Waco and look at and see what they're doing right and wrong and what we can take away from them. And so I look at a Yaki box and I still see like a gut pack and that's just me. But, we want to sell affordable food in a box, meals in a box to people that are looking for that. So.
Yeah. And with you having so much experience in Waco, what is something you would like to see? A lot of people say Trader Joe's, but
my wife would say Trader Joe's. Yes. I would not.
Trader Joe's construction done.
That's never going to happen. I'm from Austin, so it's, I can speak to that. The construction doesn't stop, but, man, something that we need.
Asking the hard-hitting questions here.
Yeah, I think, we're obviously doing Yaki because we think that Waco needs Yaki, right? And I think simply Waco just needs more affordable, healthy alternative food, which probably would not have been my answer at first when I first moved back. But now that I've been here for a while, I see that we're really one of the only ones. And I would love to not be the only one. So I think there's a lot of people that are moving to Waco from all over the country. And when they move here, they bring all of their appetites and all of the ways that they eat and all the ways they're used to being served. And I think that there's a responsibility on the behalf of specifically people in the food industry in Waco to respond to that in a way that meets those people's needs because they're fresh off the boat. They just moved here. And I think that we are trying to be in a really good position to serve those people as well as the long-term Wacoans who have been here for 60 plus years and, are looking for something other than fried chicken.
Yeah. And so you've talked a lot about community and bringing all these people together. Is there anyone you would like to shout out or anyone that's helped you on this journey?
Too many to list. Yeah, specifically like right now, I think a lot about, we have 3 employees and so all of the boxes that you guys buy goes to paying their bills. But they're working really, really hard. They work their tails off and they've seen the vision for what we want to do from the beginning. And none of this would happen without them. So I think as we're trying to grow our business, several times over in the next 2 months. We're hiring a lot more people.
Boop, boop.
And
go apply.
Yeah, there you go. Talk to me. Come talk to me.
Yeah, and give us all your information so where we can find you.
Yeah, we would love for you to follow us on Yaki Waco on Instagram at Yaki Waco. That's probably where we list most of our updates. If you want to reach me, my cell phone is still the number that's listed on Google Maps, unfortunately.
How many phone calls do you get a day?
A lot of bots, a lot of telemarketers. But if you are not a telemarketer,
you can use that number.
And you just want to talk to me, you can call or text me anytime. That's my number. And then our email is yakifoods@gmail.com. And we take any of our catering orders or anything through that. But mostly just follow us on Instagram and we'll announce all of our specials and all of our updates for the locations and stuff there.
Yeah, that's so exciting. And I am so looking forward to it.
Thank you.
So go ahead and give us the official date for when you're opening the new location.
Grand opening, January 1, 2022.
Whoop, whoop.
New year, new Yaki.
Yes, new year, new Yaki. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Yeah.
And I heard you guys are going to be doing some other events. Would you like to talk about those as well?
Other events. Let's see. Yeah, so we are looking at kind of starting about a month before the date I just listed and kind of saying thank you to the groups of people in our little Yaki community that have paid our bills and ate a lot of Yaki this year and just kind of showcasing.
Ate a lot of Yaki.
A lot of Yaki. There's been a lot that sold. So we want to say thank you and welcome them to our new space. And so we'll be doing that for about a week before we open. And events, there's not so much. We're doing weddings right now.
Ooh.
So that's fun. We like that.
Catering?
Catering is a big part of what we do, and we love catering. We did my sister's wedding last weekend.
Aww.
And
congratulations to her.
Thank you. And we
Shout
have
out.
and then we have another wedding this tomorrow night.
Wow.
So yeah, we're trying to dip our toes into the wedding game. So, yeah.
Okay, well, that's super awesome. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us today?
No, I don't think so.
All right, awesome. It has been amazing having you on. I am
Thanks for having me.
So looking forward to your new location being opened, and I will go shop at your truck right now.
There we go. Thank you.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for tuning into this week's podcast. This is your host, Debbie, signing off. Now that you know, go. Just go, Waco.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.